There has never been a better time to invest than today. You see, most of the investment opportunities we have today were not available to our parents back in those days. But today, we have numerous investment options that we can use to send our money to work for us so that we can make money even while we're sleeping. And in this video, I'll be sharing 6 of those investment opportunities that you can start with 100,000 naira. With the current economic situation in Nigeria and the rest of the world today, investment is no longer something that you consider. It is now a must. And guess what? You don't need millions to start. The 4th investment we're going to be looking at today is actually the first investment I started with years ago. And I actually have a funny story to tell you about that. So stick around and hear it. The first investment we're going to be looking at is Treasury Bills. Treasury Bills are short-term investments issued on behalf of the federal government to finance government expenditures. They are usually for the duration of 91 days, 182 days, or 364 days. If you're someone that is always scared of losing your money, then Treasury Bills is for you because it is fully backed by the government. So your money is safe and secure. When government issues Treasury Bills, they do this in the primary market, and the minimum investment is actually 50 million. But not to worry, you can actually get Treasury Bills from the secondary market with a minimum of 100,000 naira. So what happens is this: banks, stockbrokers, discount houses subscribe to these Treasury Bills in the primary market with 50 million. That means they pool funds on behalf of their customers, investors like me and you, and they get these Treasury Bills in the primary market directly from the government, and then they come over to the secondary market and they sell it to us, and that's why we can actually subscribe with 100,000 naira. Treasury Bills are usually sold at a discount. That means that your interest is paid upfront. For example, if you're getting Treasury Bills of 100,000 naira at 10% discount, your account will be debited for 90,000 naira. So it's taking that 10,000 naira is your interest paid upfront to you. At the end of the tenure, you'll be receiving your full 100,000 naira. Even though 90,000 was taken from you, you'll be paid back 100,000 naira. So that 10,000 naira that was not collected initially is taken as your interest. This same thing applies to any amount. For example, if you're investing 1 million naira at 10% interest, your account will be debited for only 900,000. That 100,000 naira that was not taken is considered as your interest that has been paid to you upfront. At the end of the tenure, you'll be getting back 1 million naira in full. Some investment platforms like AfriInvestor actually even allows you to invest that your upfront interest. You can subscribe for Treasury Bills with your banks, with stockbrokers, with discount houses. I personally love to use the AfriInvestor app because of how easy it is to use. AfriInvestor app is actually owned and managed by AfriInvest Asset Management Limited, which is a company that has been in existence for over 25 years and is licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So this app makes buying Treasury Bills very easy for me because you can do it at the comfort of your home from the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So all you have to do is head over to your App Store or your Google Play Store and download the AfriInvestor 2.0 app. It looks like this. Register your account, fund your wallet, and you're good to start investing within the stipulated time. What are the benefits of investing in Treasury Bills? 1, it is considered one of the safest investments because it is fully backed by the government. 2, the interest you earn from Treasury Bills are free from tax. 3, Treasury Bills now offer very good and competitive interest rates. 3, you can actually use your Treasury Bills as a collateral, and you can also use it as a proof of funds when you go for visa applications. The 5th benefit of Treasury Bills is that they are highly liquid, meaning that you can easily convert it to cash even before maturity. So if for any reason you actually need money before the stipulated period, you can actually sell it off and get your money. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that Treasury Bills is a wonderful investment that you can get started with 100,000 naira. In case you don't already know me, my name is Anne. I'm a chartered accountant with years of experience in both the banking and insurance sectors, and on this channel, I make finance simple for everyone. In case if you're looking to make more money, save better, invest smarter, I break it all down in simple, actionable steps. I focus on strategies that work in and outside Nigeria. So if you're ready to stop stressing about money and grow your wealth, then hit the subscribe button and join this community of smart investors. Moving on to the second investment that you can start with 100,000 naira, and that is federal government savings bonds. Just like Treasury bills, you are also lending money to the government, but this time for a longer period of time, usually for 2 years or 3 years. The interest rate is usually between 16 to 19%, and you can start with a minimum of 5,000 naira and a maximum of 15 million naira. The federal government uses the savings bond to enhance the saving culture among Nigerians and also to give everyone the opportunity, no matter your income level, to contribute to national development while also earning returns in the process. Federal government savings bond is safe and fully backed by the federal government. Interest on federal government savings bond is paid quarterly. That means you get your interest 4 times in a year. Let's look at an example. If you subscribe to the federal government savings bond with 100,000 naira at an interest of 18% for 3 years, your interest for a year will be 18% of 100,000 naira, which is 18,000 naira. This 18,000 naira will be divided into 4 and paid to you 4 times in a year. That means in the first year, you will get it 4 times. In the second year, you will get it 4 times. In the third year, you will get it 4 times. And at the end of that third year, you'll be getting your 100,000 naira in full. This formula applies to any amount. Whether you're investing 5,000 naira or you're investing 50 million naira, this formula applies. Your interest will be divided into 4 and paid to you 4 times in a year. And at the end of the tenure you choose, whether it is 2 years or 3 years, you will get your full capital back. Federal government savings bonds are issued every month of the year, and you usually have 5 days to subscribe before that of that month ends, and you have to wait for the next month. Come closer. Do you know that you can plan your federal government savings bond interest to be dropping so that you can receive interest every month of the year? I'm talking from January to December. You can plan it in a way that you will get interest every month. People are already doing it. If you know, you know. Let me break it down for you. If you subscribe in September, you'll be getting your interest in December, March, June, and September. If you subscribed in October, you'll be getting your interest in January, April, July, and October. And if you subscribe in November, you'll be getting your interest in February, May, August, and November. If you look at all the months I called out right now, you can see that I have covered every month of the year. So all I did was to invest in the federal government savings bond for 3 consecutive months. And like that, I am going to be getting interest every month of the year. Now, how do you subscribe to federal government savings bond? You subscribe through the help of a stockbroker. I personally love to work with AfriInvest through their AfriInvestor 2.0 app. So all you need to do is head over to your Play Store or your App Store and download the AfriInvestor 2.0 app, register your account, fill in the necessary details like your BVN, your bank information, your next of kin, your ID details, and a CSCS account to be created for you. Once you have this account ready, you're good to go. Once the federal government savings offer for a month is out, you download the subscription form, fill it, and submit it via the online application system. Make sure you are following me in at least one of my social media handles so that I can alert you once the offer for the month is out. You then go ahead to deposit the money that you want to invest in your AfriInvestor wallet, and you're all set. One thing I love about AfriInvest is that they are always available to attend to us whenever we have any concerns or any challenges. They are always available. Their customer service is top notch. I love them. The next investment we're going to be looking at that you can start with 100,000 naira is on fintech platforms. From PiggyVest to Ladder to Optimus to Her Economy, they're all amazing. I started with PiggyVest but have gradually moved over to Optimus. But I currently still use PiggyVest today to help one of my workers who I noticed was being very extravagant with her spending. I taught her the idea of saving with PiggyVest, and now I've been using my PiggyVest app to save her money for her. Her money has been growing steadily in PiggyVest, and I cannot wait to surprise her this Christmas, because when I give her her interest, the interest that her money has accumulated for the past couple of months, she is going to be shocked. This is going to be by far the best Christmas gift that I can think of giving her, because I know that once I do that, I will raise that hunger for investments, and that will be the best way to teach her how to manage money better. For the purpose of this video, we are going to be looking at the Optimus app. Now, Optimus app is actually owned and managed by AfriInvest Asset Management Limited, like we have earlier discussed. They are also the ones that have the AfriInvestor app. They are a leading fund and portfolio manager in Nigeria with over 25 years of experience. And like I said earlier, they are fully licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission. On Optimus, you can start with as little as 1,000 naira and you can earn between 13% to 20% interest on your naira and between 4% to 7% on your dollar. This is way more than the peanuts your commercial banks are giving you. You can actually even save your savings to be collecting money from your account at a stipulated time. You can make it to collect money from your account on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, or even on a daily basis. You can set the particular amount you want to be collecting. This way, it makes you disciplined and makes savings easy for you. So how do you get started? Head over to the description of this video. Under my favorite money tools, you will see my link to Optimus. Now, this link has my referral code. Please make sure you use it. This is actually one of the ways you support this channel and encourage me to keep on putting out amazing content. So when you click on that link, it will take you straight to the Optimus website where you can create your account. When you're done creating your account, you go over to your Play Store or your Apple Store and download the Optimus app. It looks like this. Fill in the necessary requirements like your BVN, your bank information, your next of kin, your utility bill. Once all this is approved, your money-making app is good to go. On Optimus, we have the OptiFlex Naira, where you can get an interest of 13%. And with this OptiFlex, you can actually withdraw 5 times in a month with 0 charges. If you want to take it a step further and get higher interest, then you can go for OptiLock. In OptiLock, you can get up to 20%, and here you lock your money for a stipulated period of time. You can choose between 60 days or over 2 years. At the end of the period, you will get your capital back, but you'll be seeing your interest grow every month within that period. We also have the OptiFlex Dollar, where you can earn 4%, and the OptiLock Dollar, where you can earn 7% on your dollar savings. You can fund your Optimus account through bank transfer to the dedicated account number that has been created for you on the app, or you can choose to use your ATM card. Once your account is funded, choose the option you want to go for, either the OptiFlex or the OptiLock. Put your money there and relax and watch your interest drop every single month. I love this part. Have you liked this video? Please like this video so that YouTube can push it out to more people that this video can be of help to. And I want to take some time to congratulate you for being here, learning how you can make your finances better. Trust me, you're already ahead of most people. So congratulations. Next, we are going to be looking at mutual funds, especially money market funds. This was the very first investment I started with many years ago. Mutual funds is when an investment company pools funds from different investors to invest in different securities such as shares, bonds, treasury bills, and the rest. One of the advantages of mutual funds is that it gives small investors an opportunity to have their investments managed by a professional. So in case if you're confused, should I put my money in shares? Should I do bonds? Should I do bills? A mutual fund is going to help make that decision easy for you. We classify mutual funds by where they primarily invest in. So if they invest in more of shares, for example, we can call that kind of mutual fund an equity mutual fund. But if they invest in money market instruments like treasury bills, commercial papers, bankers' acceptance, and so on, then it's called a money market fund. So let me tell you about my experience when I went to invest in mutual funds for the first time. So I actually walked into this office, and the officer that was attending to me was showing me all the different types of mutual funds they have with all the amazing returns that each one was providing. But you see, before I went there, I already had it in my mind that I was going for money market funds. Why? Because money market funds tend to be generally safer because of where the investments are put in. So with money market funds, you enjoy capital preservation, nothing happens to your capital, and you still enjoy interest on the side. So I was already determined in my mind that I was going to go for money market fund. But this officer was trying all his best to convince me to go for an equity fund. You see, equity funds tend to give higher returns, but then something can happen and your money can go down. You know how the stock market works. So if they invest in a share that goes down, your money will go down. Yes, your capital will go down. But generally, equity funds tend to offer higher interest rates. More risks, more reward. But as a beginner, I did not want to hear that one. I did not want to hear more return or anything. I said, Oga, I want a money market fund. I know what it took me to gather this money. I don't want story. I don't want to say that I'm chasing high investments and I'll now come and lose this money that took me how long? Do you know how long? Sorry. Do you know how long it took me to gather this money? I want me to use because of big eye and go and put it into an equity fund, and tomorrow you come and tell me, sorry, the stock market, put it in a money market fund for me. So if you're like me and you don't want to hear story, please just go for a money market fund. With money market fund, you have capital preservation. Nothing can happen to your capital. It is only your interest that can go up and down. But presently, interest rates are really good. You can get about 18%, 19% on some money market funds. But when interest rates go down, then interest rates will also go down. For example, during COVID, money market interest rates were at about 1%. Yeah, very small. But the advantage is that nothing happened to your capital. So if you had put 100,000 naira there, your 100,000 naira will still be there chilling. And you will now be getting that 1%, that small percent. But nothing can ever happen to your 100,000. Please, I want to emphasize this so that I don't just say it's mutual fund now. All mutual funds are not equal. With money market funds, you can start with a minimum of 5,000 naira and interests are paid quarterly. That means that you get interest 4 times in a year. One thing I love about money market funds is that you can also withdraw your money at any time. I have personally used ARM and Stanbic IPTC, and so I personally recommend them. So all you need to do is go to an ARM investment office or Stanbic IPTC investment office, fill a form, provide the necessary details, fund your account, and you're good to go. Some of these platforms already have mobile applications and websites to make investing easier for you so that you don't have to come over to their office. And that brings us to the next investment that you can start with 100,000 naira, and that is investing in the Nigerian stock market. Do you know that some Nigerian shares have returned over 1,000% this year alone? That means that if you had bought that Nigerian share with 100,000 naira in January this year, by September, that your 100,000 naira would have become 1 million naira. Just like that. With the Nigerian stock market, you need to be strategic about the companies you invest in. It's not just about going for the popular ones or the ones that are making noise. Some of the big movers and shakers in the Nigerian stock market are not even the popular companies you know. To start investing in the Nigerian stock market, you need the help of a stockbroker. You can use the Bamboo app, you can use the Afri Investor app, or you can head over to the Securities and Exchange Commission website and see their list of licensed stockbrokers and choose any of them. Your stockbroker will open a CSCS account for you, which is like your account number in the investment world. This number is what you're going to use to track your investments and also track your dividends. Once your account is set up with your stockbroker, you can fund your account and choose any of the Nigerian shares you want to buy. You can choose dividend companies that will pay you dividends, or you can choose growth companies that reinvest their dividends for faster growth, or you can have a balance of the 2 different types of companies in your portfolio. Some of the Nigerian shares that have done very well this year include Julius Berger PLC, Dangote Cement, Boa Foods, Presco PLC, Julie PLC, and so many others. Please, this is not investment advice. If you want investment advice, then you can book a one-on-one session with me and I will hold your hand and build an income growth and investment portfolio for you. And that brings us to the next investment you can do with 100,000 naira, and that is investing in the US stock market. If you're like me and you love to play safe with your money, then you can go for ETFs. Investing in the US stock market is one of the ways that you can grow your money, especially in a strong currency like the dollar. I have a video on this channel already that talks about ETFs, so you're free to watch it right after this video. I will put the link in the description box below. An ETF stands for Exchange Traded Funds, and it is a basket of securities that you buy and sell the same way you buy and sell your normal individual stocks. Take for example, if I go to the US stock market and I want to buy Apple, for example, or I want to buy Microsoft and Tesla or Amazon, I'll have to go and pick them individually and start paying for them one after the other. But if I choose an ETF like the VOO, I will be getting both that Amazon, both Google, both Microsoft, both Meta, both Apple, and so many other companies all put together inside that one VOO ETF. So as I'm going for that VOO ETF, I'm already gathering all these companies. So it's like having a diversified portfolio inside one investment. Going for an ETF is like killing multiple birds with one stone. When you invest in the US stock market, you get to enjoy capital gains and dividend payments in dollars. You can get started with 10,000 naira on platforms like Bamboo and Optimus. These 2 platforms make it very easy to invest in the US stock market. I actually have a tutorial on this channel right now on how you can set up your Bamboo account, fund it, and I actually bought a share and an ETF in that video. I'm also going to put the link to that video in the description box below, and I'm going to be making a video on how you can use Optimus to actually buy US shares. That video will be coming up very soon. Some US shares and ETFs have consistently returned over 35% to their investors, and some of them have also continued to pay and increase their dividends over the last few years. I have given you 6 investment options. Remember that you can get started with less than 10,000 naira for some of these investments. So you don't have any excuse again. You don't have any excuse. Pick 1 or 2 and get started today. No stories, today. To help you further in your financial freedom journey, I have a free Telegram group where you can have access to me, ask me questions, any challenges you may have, and I will be available to put you through. The link to join that free Telegram community is in the description of this video. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these investments you'll be getting started with. It's time to take action, and I'm here to push you to your success. In my next video, I'll be showing you more ways you can grow your wealth. So make sure you have subscribed and you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any new video from this channel. And watch this video next. Till I see you again, either in my free Telegram community or in my next video, keep dreaming big and keep working hard towards your dreams. Bye for now.